Hi everybody. In this video, we're going to look at column vectors that run parallel to each other. So I showed you in a previous video that a column vector describes a horizontal translation and a vertical translation. So the number on top, if we look at vector A, this positive 1, means we travel to the right by 1 unit. And the number below it, this positive 2, means we travel 2 vertically up. So I'll leave a link to that video in my description below. So now we want to look at vectors that run parallel to each other. Can you see 2 vectors on this grid that run parallel to vector A? So we have vector B and vector C. Now we can see that these are parallel because A moves 1 to the right and 2 up, and so does B, even though it's traveling in the opposite direction, and so does C, 1 to the right and 2 up. So these are both parallel to A, but they are different in that they share a different magnitude. For instance, C, while the direction is still going up, this is twice the length. And B, this has the magnitude of -3, and it's -3 because we've got -3 lots of vector A. So we call these scalar multiples of each other, and I'll show you how we work out this scalar multiple. So vector A, we know is 1, 2. 1 to the right, followed by 2 vertically up. Vector C is 2 to the right and 4 vertically up. But you can see that both of these numbers will divide by 2. So we can factor this out. We'll have 2 lots of 1 to the right and 2 up, which is exactly what we have in the diagram. That's one, and that's another. And we know that this is the same as vector A. So we can write vector C as 2 multiplied by vector A. And we call this 2 a scalar multiple. All that means is we are doubling the vector A. And we can show the same thing with vector B. We know this is -3 and -6. Now what do you think we can factor out from this vector? What number do you think goes into both of -3 and -6? So this will be -3 multiplied by +1 and 2, which we can write in terms of vector A as -3A. So what do you think the scalar multiple will be now? Yeah, so the scalar multiple will be this -3. All that tells us is we are repeating vector A -3 times. So if this goes up in this direction, we want to go in the opposite direction 1, 2, 3 times. Okay? So I hope that's given you an idea on scalar multiples. We're going to use this as we progress through the lesson. So now we've been given 4 vectors, A, B, C, and D. And we're told that one of them is the odd one out, and we need to look at why. Well, the best thing we can do is if we try and simplify each of these vectors, we'll take out the highest common factor every time. So for vector A, we can take out the factor of -2, which goes into both -4 and -10. Then we'll have +2 and +5. For vector B, we'll take out the highest common factor of 10, and we'll have 1 and 2. So we can see immediately that vector A and vector B will not be parallel to each other, because these 2 vectors have a different direction. If we look at vector C, we can see that 2 and 5 share no common factors other than 1, so that's already in its simplest form. And then you can see that this is parallel to vector A. Even though vector A is a different scalar, the 2 directions run parallel to each other. And then for vector D, we can take out the 3 from both. So we'll have 3 times 2 to make 6, and 3 times 5 to make 15. And then we can see that vector A can be written in terms of C, and vector D the same. That'll be 3 lots of C. So the odd one out would be vector B because it's not parallel. Do you want to try question B? Try and find the odd one out using the same idea. You can pause the video and come back when you're ready. Welcome back if you give it a go. If we begin by factoring out the highest common factor for each of these vectors, then vector P will factor out a -2, and we'll get +3 and -2. For vector Q, we'll factor out a +3. Again, we'll have 3 and -2. So we can see that P and vector Q both run parallel to each other. And then vector R, this is already in its simplest form. So S will factor out a -3, and we'll get +4, -3. So you can see that this vector is not parallel to the others. So S would be the odd one out. How did you get on with that? Let's try another set of examples. We're told that each pair of vectors are parallel, and we need to work out the value of X. So A is parallel to B, R is parallel to S, and so on. Now if they're parallel, it means we can write one of them as a scalar multiple of the other. So this means that vector A, 4 and 8, would be a multiple. I'm going to call this multiple lambda of vector B, 2x. Now this symbol lambda is what we use when we look at scalar multiples. It's just an unknown multiple of this direction vector. And we can see that lambda must be 2, because the 2 times the 2 would give us 4. And if lambda is 2, then we can see that the x must be 4, because this 8 has to equal 2x. So x must equal 4. We'll try question B. We can write the vector -12 and 9 as a scalar multiple of vector S. So we can see that the -12 must be equal to 4 lambda. So I've just multiplied this out here. So therefore lambda must be equal to -3. And if lambda equals -3, then the 9 will be -3x. So x must be -3 as well. Okay? Do you want to have a go at question C? You can pause the video and come back when you're ready. Okay, so welcome back. So we know that Q must be a scalar multiple of P, because we're told that they're both parallel. So therefore, the 6 must be -3 lambda. So lambda must be equal to -2. And if lambda equals -2, then x will be -2 lots of 8. X must be equal to -16. How did you get on with that? Let's try the final set of examples. So in these questions, we're given 2 vectors, vector A and vector B. And we've been asked to show that vector A plus vector B is parallel to 1, 4. So if it is parallel, this sum will be a scalar multiple of 1, 4. So if we add the 2 vectors together, A plus B, we'll have 3 and 2 plus -4, -6. We'll add the horizontal components together. 3 minus 4 is -1. And then we'll add the vertical components, 2 plus negative 6, which is negative 4. And now we can factor out a negative 1, and we'll get 1, 4. So this negative 1, this is the scalar multiple, which means a plus b must be parallel to 1, 4. Do you want to give question B a go? You can pause the video and come back when you're ready. Okay, so welcome back. So 4 lots of vector A plus vector B. So we'll expand this out. We'll get 12 and 8 plus the negative 4, negative 6. We'll add the horizontal components. We'll get 8. We'll add the vertical components and we'll get 2. And then we can factor out a 2. And we'll have 2 lots of 1, 4. So this 2, this is the scalar multiple, which means 4a plus b must be parallel to the vector 4, 1. Well, thank you very much for watching. I hope you found that useful. You can download this lesson from my website, mrmathematics.com. I'll leave a link in the description below.